Hello everyone and welcome. I have many of my subscribers that ask me to find them good quality tire inflators on a regular basis, so I'm always looking out for the best tire inflators that I can find. I try to find the most compact, economical, lightweight, and fast pumping tire inflators available. So today I'm going to be testing out this new one that I just got. Now I've tested several tire inflators over the past few years, and some have been good and some have been rather disappointing. This one claims to have a dual piston design, so it should hopefully pump up rather fast. It is also compact and economical when compared to other tire inflators on Amazon. So will it live up to what it promises, or will it be a huge disappointment? Stick around as I unbox and test this puppy in this video and we find out together how good it really is. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. So let's talk a little bit about some of the features that this guy has. But before we get started testing this guy, how about you do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already? That way you get notified every time I do another product review video or DIY video that you may find useful. Alright, so this is the compact dual piston air pump from Yantu, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $52.79, which is rather economical compared to other pumps on Amazon. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the air pump itself, you get the air hose to connect it up to your tire and inflate it, and it has an interesting design, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a few minutes. You have a 12-volt cord right there to power it up from the lighter in your vehicle, and you get a USB-C connector there as well to power it up at home or from a battery or from anywhere you want that has a USB-C connector. You also get a nice soft case to keep it all in when you're not using it. Now this guy comes with a 1-year warranty, and the dimensions on this guy are 8 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches, so it's rather compact, and it only weighs 2.5 pounds, so it's also rather lightweight. This unit has a large 8.3-inch display, as you can see right there, and it gives you a digital display giving you air pressure when you start and when you finish. This guy is powered up by a 6,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion rechargeable battery, and it has dual power modes like I said, the USB-C and the 12-volt cable. The max pressure on this guy is 150 PSI, and it has an auto shut-off feature and 4 memory presets. So if you want to set the memory to whatever it is that's convenient for you, you don't need to reset it every time. Just go to your preset memory and go from there. And you can also set it and forget it. Whatever it's set to, it'll turn itself off when it's filled up properly. This guy has 4 pressure readings available. It has bar, PSI, kPa, and kilograms to a centimeter squared. This guy has some convenient pads on the bottom to keep it in place when charging and not allow it to wander off due to vibration. So you can set it and forget it like I said. It'll turn itself off and it'll stay in place. It won't wander off. Now we'll be testing that in a little bit to see exactly how well they perform. But visually speaking, I can tell you it has some nice pads on the bottom. Most of them are a little lacking in that department. This unit comes with a 30-inch air hose to hook it up to your tire and fill it up very conveniently, so you don't need to be all that close to the tire when you're using it. 30 inches, that's almost 3 feet of distance that you get right there, and it has a very convenient universal design, so it can be used with just about anything out there. This unit claims to have a dual piston design, allowing for faster inflation, and we're going to be testing that in just a little bit. So this compact, lightweight, and cordless tire inflator or air pump is ideal for inflating your car tires, bicycle tires, trucks, SUVs, sports equipment, air mattress when camping, and all sorts of other uses. Whatever you need to inflate, this little guy can help you do it. Being cordless allows you to take it anywhere you want, even when there's no power available. Having a 12-volt power connection means that you can use it on the go and get power from your vehicle, even if you break down somewhere and you forget to have this guy powered up. So, is it really faster because it has a dual piston design? Well, let's set this puppy up and do a little bit of testing and find out. Alright guys, so before we start testing this guy and seeing how it performs, let's take a little closer look at it so you can see some of the features and so forth that it has. As you can see, it has a nice big 8-inch digital display right there, which tells you the pressure when you're starting and when you finish and the presets and all that kind of stuff. Whatever you set the pressure to, all that will all be displayed right there. All the buttons are right up here and they're capacitive touch. There's no push button. You just touch it and it feels what you want it to do. So it's kind of like your phone. Very easy to do. It only has one button on the side right here, which is what you use to turn it on and off, and that's a regular push button. And then the plugs for the 12 volt and for the USB are right here on the side. You know what those look like, so that's not a big deal. Now up here, basically, you use that button to turn it on, that button to turn it off, and this guy is to cycle through the different presets that you have. And you can set up a memory of whatever you want on there for whatever situation, whether you're inflating car tires, truck tires, bicycles, whatever you do on a regular basis, you can set your presets to make it more convenient for you. These two guys down here basically is how you put more or less pressure. And this guy right here cycles through the different settings, whether you want to use bar, PSI, KPA, whatever you want to do, it'll help you to cycle through it and make it more convenient for you. I'm used to PSI, so that's what we're going to use. And like I said, very nice display, very easy right there. And what I was mentioning earlier as far as the pads go, it has some really nice, big, rubbery pads down here, which should help to keep it in place. And I'm going to test that in a moment. Because one thing that's really annoying about some of these tire inflators is sometimes when you start using them to inflate something, they'll just vibrate and walk their way away from you, and you have to constantly hold on to them, or they'll just vibrate away, which is rather inconvenient. So this will hopefully keep it in place, which is most very helpful. Now, like I said, right there, that's your connection right there. On-off button, 12 volt, USB, all that. On the other side, that's where you hook up your air hose. And as far as the air hose, let me tell you, first of all, right there, the 12 volt cord, I unraveled this guy because I'm sure some of you are going to be curious as to how long this cord is. And this cord is a whopping 12 feet long. So you can use this if the unit, the battery runs out on that, you can use this to charge it up, and it will work when it is charging as well. So if you have that unit in your car and you have it for emergencies, and for some reason you have a flat tire, you need to pump it up, but oh no, you forgot to charge it up and the battery's dead. No problem. Plug it in with this. It'll charge it up and inflate your tire both at the same time. So it does work while charging, which is a very convenient feature to have. So 12 feet for this guy, it should help you quite nicely if you need to inflate any of the tires on your car. Now, as far as the air hose that I was talking about earlier, what you find is that it's a very interesting design. It has the female connector on both sides, which most of them don't do this, which makes this hose 30 inches, which I did measure it. It is 30 inches long. And that makes it a very convenient design. In other words, you can use this as a connector for just about anything. Most of the time you have the tire chuck on one end, and then you have like something on the other end that is only usable with the unit that you bought, this particular unit. This guy, no, it's universal. You just slap it on here and tighten it down, and bam, you're ready to go. And you can use it for anything at all. Both sides are the same. So if for some reason you want to use this with another unit, you got a different inflator that the hose is too short and this one is longer because it's more convenient, then you can use this guy with that one as well. But there you go right there. Easy to connect, easy to use, and easy to go away and do whatever the heck you want to do with that guy. Very convenient right there. All right, so that should answer all the questions about the unit. Let's hook this guy up and see how well it inflates a tire. All right, guys, here we are. We're going to do some testing of this unit and see how it performs. Now, as you see, I have the unit hooked up to my tire there, and I deflated the tire down to 10 PSI. Now, one misconception a lot of people have is that if you have a flat tire, you're going to be at 0. That normally does not happen. You're normally going to get down to around 10, 15, maybe even 20, somewhere around there. So I deflated it down to a realistic number. Most of the time, if your tire is at 0, it's because you have a big cut or a big gash in your tire, and a tire inflator is not going to help you to inflate that tire. So this is an extreme condition, an extreme test that I'm doing right here, because most of the time when you use a tire inflator, you're only going to be inflating at maybe 5 or 10 PSI. You're not going to be going to this extreme. Now I have it set up with a timer, as you can see right next to it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it and forget it, just like I said a moment ago. I'm going to use the preset that it has at 36. So I'm going to set it to inflate it all the way up to 36. So from 10 to 36, we're going to see exactly how long it takes for this dual pump unit to do its job. So let me set it, and then we'll see exactly how it performs. Alright guys, there you have it, under 4 minutes. Generally around 3:55 or something like that to turn itself off, because I had a little trouble turning off the timer, so it ran a little longer because of my fault, not because it didn't turn itself off properly. But actually this is very good results, because I've tested several of these air pumps over the years, and most of them, to fill up this same amount, because I've done the same test from 10 to 36, and most of the time it'll take anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. One of them I think went all the way to 10 minutes to fill up that same amount. So under 4 minutes is actually very good performance. And one thing to point out also is that, as you see, I have the timer and everything set up right next to each other, and the pump didn't move at all. Like I said, those rubbery pads on the bottom were really, really good. I just set it and forget it and walked away. I didn't have to do anything. And let's see, how hot is it? Actually, it is not hot at all. I just moved the PSI right now. Actually, it's not hot at all. Most of these guys, the hoses and everything, the hoses are a little warm, but I would not call that hot. It's just warm. So actually, that's very good performance. Most of the time, a lot of these guys that I've tested and that I still have and I use on a regular basis, they get so hot. After I finish doing the pumping, I have to set it aside and let it cool off because they get really, really hot. This guy is not hot at all. I'm really quite surprised. So it actually stays very cool to the touch. So nice unit. So far, it looks like a very nice unit. Alright guys, there you have it, a review and demonstration of a compact and economical dual piston tire inflator. For those of you that ask me to review tire inflators all the time, here's a new one for you to check out. I think this is a very nice tire inflator. It inflated my tire very quickly, as you saw. And actually, if you look right there at the battery indicator, you'll notice that it didn't consume any battery in doing that entire test right there. It also performed very nicely in that it is rather quick at inflating your tire and stays cool to the touch. Some other tire inflators that I've used get so hot that they can literally burn your hand. This one doesn't do that. So if you're looking for a good tire inflator for using it around your house or keeping it in your car for emergencies, this is a good one to look into. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Questions, comments, put them down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.